Hey guys, it's Topher, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. So, where we left off last, there was a few things I hadn't noticed. We are in a severe food shortage. That is an issue. That is totally and absolutely my fault. I am deeply sorry about that. However, not a huge deal. What we can do there is just fix the problem, which I think the problem is in this case that she simply doesn't, or he, I'm sorry, does not have any dirt, which is, you know, a product of us really not digging out a whole lot yet. So that's our bad. We need to get that taken care of, and that's not a problem. We can absolutely do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to issue a dig command for all of this. Let's get that dirt out of there. They should be able to reach the majority of that from, you know, different ladders and things. If not, we can give them a little platform of a tile, and we like build a little tile platform like right here, and that way they can reach there. I think that'll work out. Yeah, that's gonna do it, I do believe. And that way we can start really, you know, cranking out those nasty, disgusting mush bars for everybody to get to enjoy. That'll be wonderful, wonderful. Yum yums. Super delicious. Super, super delicioso. But for real, we're going to do better here. We're going to try to get everybody happy. Let's check on our auction overlay to see what's going on. Everybody seems to be good for auction. Auction's not too terrible. A little bit of contaminated gas coming out of there. That's fine. Everything's good there. We're not going to worry about it. We're not going to worry about it. So, what we do need to be worrying about, though, is we do have a little bit of power going on. We've got some stuff going on. But our research bench, on the other hand, has been kind of, you know, not really doing a huge amount of research at the moment. I mean, it's set to do so, and he's working on it, but we just haven't gotten around to finishing anything yet, which is sad, because I would like to get a little bit more of our abilities to, you know, process stuff here and really take care of things. Like I said, I have seen a few other players playing this game, and they have taught me a few things. Again, implementing those things will be a little bit difficult. They're not going to be just as easy as 1, 2, 3 and whatnot. That's going to be a bit difficult, but we will figure it out, I do believe. This did not get built, which leads me to believe that maybe it won't get built, though I did see her deliver to it, so I worry that maybe it's just simply just didn't get done yet. So maybe we should go ahead and prioritize it and see what happens there. Let's hit it with an 8, because remember, 8 is great. And we can hopefully get that done. Doesn't look like it's happening. Doesn't look like it's happening. So maybe they can't reach it. I'm not sure how that works for them. So again, still not totally sure how everything works. But what we could do here, I have an idea, is we could go ahead and build a ladder from here down to here. They should be able to do that for me. So we're gonna get them to, though I don't see why they can't do this, to be quite honest, but because I would think that they could. Oh, see, they did it. It just took a really long time, even though it was priority 8, which should put it above other things in the priority listing. So that's a bit odd, but alright, I'm not real sure what's going on there. But they should be able to get to this, and you know what, we're gonna go ahead and cancel this ladder now. So we're gonna hit cancel ladder, just get rid of that. We're real sorry, we didn't really need you, basically. Alright, so now they're getting to eat. Everybody's got a little mush bar technology going into their face, which is super, really gross. But hey, whatever. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to, I think, that maybe we should get some planter boxes going over here. These could provide us with a food source that's a little bit better than what we've got going on. Our current food source is pretty disgusting. I mean, let's be really real about it. It's disgusting. Oh, well, that's nice. That's pretty good. Flower vase, decor opinion, it reduces duplicate stress. So, I mean, we could do a couple of these running around the base, you know, like maybe like one here and there, because wow, that is an awful decor overlay. I mean, not as in the overlay itself is horrible, but our readings on that display are pretty freaking awful. But honestly, usually that's not a major problem all at once. But one way of handling all of this is actually, I think what we should do maybe is go ahead and build our compost heap way over here, and then go ahead and do that ladder that we had canceled a little bit earlier. Because I think by keeping the... Okay, well, you know, misclicking. Misclicking is a thing we do. And what we're going to do, I think... Oh, that water dripping down is bad, I guess, a little bit. Well, not really. It's clean water. It'll be fine. They probably will use it at some point since it's close by. Probably won't hurt anything. But what we do want to do is we want to seal this off very quickly from anything like that. Because if the compost heap is over here, we don't want the gases leaking down. So we're going to do this real quick and just seal that right up, because we don't want the hard work that we're doing to put the contaminated air from this thing, you know, over here in this blech area. We don't want that ruined by the fact that they'll just leak right on down into here, because that could be a real problem. No seed selected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the different seeds that we have available here. Edible bud, initial growth, fertilizer, yields 1 bristle blossom per harvest, max harvest 5. It does add some decor, which is really nice. This one, let's see, its effects are, it does produce mealworm and all that, but I also do believe that these produce some carbon dioxide for us, or at least some bad stuff. But you know what? I think we're going to plant these and we're going to give those a shot. I actually haven't given those a shot before. We only had 1 seed of those. We have several of these, so I guess we're planting some of these as well. But, you know, I have to say, I don't feel bad about the loss of carbon dioxide here, because we're going to saving water, which can at some point provide us with some oxygen, as well as I think that the gas won't be as much of a problem as the liquid, I think. I mean, I've watched other people play, I've seen other people have troubles. It seems like it's going to be a gas problem before a liquid problem, but I don't really know that. That's just me kind of guessing it out. And the reason I've only kept 4 duplicates here is because I think that's kind of the optimal number, at least for this early game. Now that may seem, that may be wrong, hell, that may be straight up wrong. I'm not positive. I really don't know at all. But I know what I think to be true. And so therefore, you know, I was clicking the wrong piping. Of course, you've already done gas piping, crazy pants. It's time for the liquid piping. So very good. That'll be our next research. And then we're going to have to build a supercomputer, which I find insane a little bit. But that's all right. We should probably actually get that started pretty soon. You know what? It might not be bad to go ahead and do it now, I suppose. We could probably do it now, right? Go ahead and slap down a sweet supercomputer there, and then run some power to it. Power is going to be an issue with that because I believe it uses an enormous amount of it. Again, these wires are going to obliterate our decor. You know what? Wait, we should do. Let's do this. Let's go down here and then across here, and then cancel those. So just cancel these. So they'll be. Oh, I didn't mean to cancel the actual supercomputer. That's really terrible. But you know, it happens. Little bit of a misclick there. No big deal. Supercomputer, please, and then just like right there, so it'll plug itself in. And then you node seed selected here. Go ahead and plant. Oh, it actually looks like. Can you not? Okay, there we go. Briar seed. Plant that sucker right up. Because I mean, I need the extra decor. I really do. I need to get some more decor options so I can get more people doing some decor stuff. That'd be really super helpful for me. But right now, that's not a thing that can happen, and that's okay, I think. Overheated. Is this area very hot? Well, I mean, it's only 74. I guess this plant doesn't live in Texas. Fertilizer. So fertilizer can be made, I believe, maybe out of this situation. I actually don't know. I don't remember how... You know, I've seen people play again, but I wasn't incredibly paying attention to all the tiny details. I was kind of trying to see the gist of how they survived. So there might have been a few small things that kind of skipped my notice. I know that eventually we will want a massage table for stress, which actually I have not been checking their stress levels and kind of forget where that is a little bit. That's bad, right? There we go. Here we go. So, stress isn't bad on anybody, so everybody seems to be pretty good. Everybody's doing pretty fantastic. That's actually great. That is actually really great. The amount of kcals we have is a problem. We need to dig out more dirt. So we're going to have to go looking for more dirt to dig out, to be quite honest. So what we're going to do is we're going to go grab this, because I think that's the issue, is that we're out of dirt, correct? Dirt. I don't actually... Well, if that dirt is considered organic, we're almost out. I'm not sure what it means by organic completely. I need to really pay attention to that. But I think we don't have a lot of dirt. And so we're going to go get some more. I mean, also, because I don't think it's a power issue. People should be producing enough food for us whenever at all possible. And they're not doing that. So I think that's probably the issue there. So I'm going to go ahead and build this ladder up to there and then issue out a dig command for all this dirt. Just grab this delicious, yummy dirt that you're going to eat because it's gross and you're going to eat it. I assume that, like, I hope that's like causing any problems, to be honest, quite honest with you. Yeah, he's grabbing fertilizer from there. That's very good. And they're delivering that fertilizer to the plant down here, which is super great. So that is real good, actually, yeah. So, I honestly think that we should probably go ahead, now that we have got an establishment of all the kind of basics of life here. We have a bit of a food shortage, but we're working on that. I'm grabbing some dirt, hoping that solves that problem as they go ahead and do that. You know, we're going to prioritize a little bit. We're going to go ahead and prioritize these ladders and this dig job. Oh, that's a 9. Not mean to do a 9 again. I like to keep it an emergency number if I can. I don't know if that's actually going to work out. I guess we're going to find out. It seems like sometimes they don't do the things I tell them to do on 8, even though I would think that they would. It may be something that's just like, I don't know, not as effective as I think it's going to be. Not real positive how that's working out for me. I can see, like, they seem to prioritize things in an odd way. I'm not sure what their priorities are. You know, like in Rimworld, I don't know, maybe many of you haven't played that game, but in Rimworld, you have a series of priorities here, and then you can number them per individual. And then they also have their own priority system. So, you know, one thing will always take priority. Like if doctoring, for instance, is on to number 3, it'll still be a higher priority often than a number 1 over here, way over here might be, because it's higher on the main actual priorities list. So I'm not sure what their priorities list has on it and how that works for them. And because I have no knowledge of that, I could easily... Oh, there's no fabrications queued up. I actually thought that I told them to do this pretty much forever, but I may not have done that. So I need to go ahead and do that so that that happens, because we have no food right now, and that is super not okay. And actually I need to make sure that we assign the right person to cooking as well. So let's go to jobs. And you are a chef, so generating power, cook, here we go. So we're going to do it and go, no for you, definitely for you. You should cook, you should definitely cook though. And then, you know, let's see, maybe you have really bad skills and some other stuff that we maybe don't want you doing. Yeah, we really don't need you to build because your construction skills are actually terrible. So let's do that. Let's take you off building duty and put you on to full-on food making duty. Whenever food is ready to be made and needs to be made, you should probably be doing that. Oh man, I honestly think I am mismanaging quite a bit of things, which sucks. You know what, now that I'm going to have to dig this out, what I actually should do is, instead of just only having them dig that area out and move that stuff out of my way, I should also go ahead and go into plumbing here, grab ourselves another outhouse, and throw down a second lovely restroom, because this one's going to need to be cleaned here in a moment, and when they go to clean that, it's going to be out of order, very much like a Walmart restroom. If you've been in there, once they go in there to clean them, they're in there a while. I'm not a big fan of the shopping at the Walmart, but we do live in a town where Walmart is your main shopping. It has started to get a little bit bigger lately, so there's a little bit more options, but before, it was pretty much the only thing you had for many, many years. It was real shit, you guys. However, you know, no big deal. It's getting better off. So my cat has decided to join us in here. Hi, Alex. Alex Fiddy, I'd really rather if you weren't in here while I'm recording because you love to touch everything. And the microphone and you touching are probably not good friends. I'm just saying. You're also distracting me. Gonna get us all murdered, basically. Alright, so there are a few things over here. That looks like I could dig those up for some more seeds. That'd be really nice. Not actually totally not a bad idea at all. I think that I would really like to be able to get this sorted out a little bit better. And it kind of makes me wonder if maybe I need more than one compost heap, so I'm actually going to do that. I know that might not be efficient, and I'm not sure if it is or not. I kind of forget where that was. There we go. It's in refinement. I also have a fertilizer maker, which is pretty good. Don't waste your waste, and it makes fertilizer. Uses contaminated water to produce. Oh, uses contaminated water to produce fertilizer. Well, I actually don't. I don't know that I want to do that. That actually does not sound like the best plan, and then I can tell you why. I'm gonna put that there, and I'm actually gonna dig out above it a little bit, like so, like that, and we're gonna dig out a little bit. Because I want to get more fertilizer going. I definitely do. You have access to this water, do you not? Like, you can reach this water. That's an electrical wire. I actually don't know that there's a ladder there, so that's interesting to note. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's definitely not a ladder there. That's really bad. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's really terrible of me. Let's put that as a priority 9 because I have found a thing that I forgot to do, and that is my fault, and that I need to fix. So I'm going to send priority 9 command out there to really get this fixed up and repaired, because that's a real bad thing that I did to them, and that is super actually not fair at all. They will eventually get around to building that ladder. It is a 9, so I'm hoping it'll be very soon. Again, I'm not really sure what their priority list is, so that's fascinating to learn as I go along. I get to learn, what it is they think is important. Alright, cool. So they should be able to get down here to get to this water now, which, we have another duplicate ready to come in. You know what, we're going to check them out. We might, if one of them happens to be real good and we happen to like him, we might take him. Dimensionally inept, and also an interior decorator. As a person who has quite a lot of 3D space issues, I have dysgraphia. It's a weird thing, and also in virtual space issues. So this is bullshit right here. Like, there's no way this would happen. I mean, I like to make things look pretty, sure, but when you are in a building and you have dimensional ineptitudes and you need to figure out space, it's not great. This is not a job career you would choose. Most likely, this is a very odd character. But Diver's Lungs is real good. Flatulence is real bad. But here's the deal. Flatulence does create contaminated air, I think. And if it does, we can then turn that contaminated air into clean air later, so it would actually provide us with more oxygen. That is a kind of insane thing, but it may very well be true of this. I'm not sure if that's how it's going to work. He is also a vomiter, which vomiters also can be good because they when stressed, they produce contaminated water. And contaminated water can cause you some problems. However, if you clean it up and then filter it, it can be wonderful because it can add, again, gross, but again, can add to your amounts. We're going to go ahead and take him. We're just going to let him become part of the wonderland that we've got going on because he wants to be a part of this world. That's right. I went Little Mermaid all over that. But anyway, yeah, so I think that guy is going to, add to our uniqueness and our perfection. He's going to Borg it up with us and contribute to us there. And I'm going, I'm just going to, just try to quickly kind of get his skills up, I guess, is probably our best thing. We should probably check out what his skills are, his best skills there, so we can see which ones we can raise most quickly in him. So we can Josh Groban him and raise him up right on up. Let's see here. Honestly, he's not special in any particular thing. So we'll just let him kind of do his own thing for now. I think that'll work out. honestly, we're not doing too bad. We got this kind of situation. We got some food coming in here. I mean, our mush bar production seems a little low to me. Seems a little lower than it should be to me. It has work pending, so I'm going to actually go ahead and priority 9 this. I don't understand how priorities work apparently in this game, because I would think that at 8 that would be enough for this food to be done all the time, regardless of anything else. The only thing else I can think of is that it doesn't have enough supplies, which is a real issue there. Do we have enough stuff to make a lice loaf? Because that'd be great. They don't take nearly as much water, I don't think. I don't know. I don't know how much we have of that. Can we look and see? Is that an option up here? Maybe. Maybe it's under organic up here. That'd be really great. Algae, contaminated dirt, fertilizer. Yeah, I don't think that we do, in fact, know how much we have of that, which is, a slight tragedy. I'm not even sure if it's all growing because, again, I don't actually know how any of this, the plants work yet. Again, kind of learning as we go here, folks. So I think that this will grow in a little bit more time, and we'll start to be able to produce our own mealworm food, which would be wonderful, 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 because it would definitely provide us with the ability to be a little more self-sustaining. Yes, we are getting water from here, which is really nice. It's a pretty significant water supply, but as you can see, we have a lot of contaminated water, but that's going to be okay. That contaminated water is going to be good for us, I promise you. We're just going to have to get the tech required to make it work. However, I believe that's where we're going to end the episode today, you guys, and I really thank you for watching. If you would like if you'd like to see more in the future, please subscribe. I'm sorry my voice is giving out. And if you want to, hit that like button. It really helps me out a great deal. And I'll see you guys later.